Hello students, we have already started central tendency. Hope all of you have done your first exercise. Yes? Okay. Fine. Now today we are going to continue with the same chapter, central tendency, and in that I am going to explain you the formula of median. See, in the first class we discussed mean. What is mean, students? Mean is the sum of all observations upon number of observations, right? And in the previous exercise we discussed few methods of the same, right? Now in the next exercise we are going to talk about mean and median also. Mean, the formula will remain only one, same, that is mean is equal to sum of all observations upon number of observations, whereas for median we are going to learn the formulas, right? So let's start the class for the day. Everyone be ready with your book and rest. Now first of all, let's discuss the formulas. As I said, we will talk about median formula. Median is the central value. In our 6th class also we used to do sums based on mean, median, right? And mode also we have done. So since then we are doing it. Median is actually the middle observation. Okay, the middlemost observation. See, when I say middle observation, say 1 to 10 roll number students are standing, or 1 to 9, let it be 1 to 9 roll number students are standing in a row. Okay, and when I ask the middle one, the median, to come out, it's but obvious that you have to arrange yourself from 1 to 10 in a particular order, whether it is increasing or decreasing order. That doesn't matter, but there has to be a certain order. Okay, you can't shuffle the roll numbers and then call the middle roll number. That's not possible, right? So the very important thing in median is to understand its meaning. It is actually the central value, and when I am using the word central value or the middle observation, it means the observation need to be arranged. The data that is given to us should be arranged or must be arranged in a particular order. The order can be ascending order, increasing order, smaller to bigger, or it can also be the descending, decreasing order. Right? Now, if there are an observation that is variates, in the last exercise also we talked about variates, frequency, all that, right? Xi used to be the variates, then frequency, Fi used to be the frequencies respective, right? So here also we are going to talk about both. If there are n observation, n is the number of observation, that, or we can also call it as variates, okay? Say x1, x2, x3 and so on up till xn. These are the variates, right? Arranged in ascending or descending order. That is, must I repeat this particular part, arranged in ascending or descending order. This particular is needed, okay, that the given data must be arranged in ascending or descending order. Then, now this n number of observation can be 1. Either it can be odd or it can be even. This value can be either odd, the number of observation can be 9, can be 7, can be 17, odd, can also be even. So depending upon the total number of observation, whether they are even number of observations or odd number of observations, we are going to use the formula. See students, when there are odd number of observations, say 7, then the middlemost will be what? You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So leave 3 from the first. Firstly arrange them in ascending order. First 3 and last 3. The middle one is the fourth one. Correct? 1, 2, 3 you have left. 4 is the middle one. 5, 6, 7 at the end you have left. So how do we get that? Is basically the general formula is n plus 1 upon 2. Here I have taken n as 7 observations, right? So for 7 observations, 7 plus 1 upon 2, that is 7 plus 1, 8. 8 by 2, 4. So that means the fourth observation is the median, the middlemost observation, the middle value or the central value or the median, you can call it as, it will be the fourth observation. Now whichever is the fourth value, fourth observation, fourth particular variate, that will be the median. This is for odd, so easy to understand. Now when it is even number of observation, say example I am taking 10 or I take it as 6. Now for 6 what will happen? It can be the third one, it can be the fourth one. How will you get to know which one is the middlemost? So for that what do we do is, we will take 2 observation. Let's take n as 10, okay, n is 10. Now 10 is what? Even. Correct, students? So the formula says we will find the mean of the two middlemost observation. How do we get to know middlemost? That is n by 2. I have taken n 10. So 10 by 2, fifth observation. Plus 10 by 2 plus 1, that is 5. This was 5. 5 plus 1, 6. That means fifth observation plus sixth observation. I'll put their values. I'll add the 2 and upon 2. Exactly the same formula since your 6th class you are doing it. Okay. So there is no confusion at all. I actually have no confusion like you will not be able to understand. But then recapitulating of all is must. So for that reason, pay attention. Once again, the formula part must be very clear. Okay. Odd is clear. N plus 1 upon 2. What is n? Number of variates, the number of observation. 15 observation, 17 observation, like that. Then if number of observations are even, then there can be two middle observations. The sum of those two upon 2. And how do I get to know that? Students, see, the first step will be to arrange the data in the ascending or descending order. If that part is done, now be back with the formula after seeing n is even or n is odd, right? So if it is say 12, how will you get that? One more example let us take. Say number of observation is 12. Yes, 12 by 2, sixth observation. What comes next? Seventh observation, right? So sixth observation plus seventh observation upon 2. What is it? Sixth observation plus seventh observation upon 2. So the mean of the two will give you the sum of the two divided by 2, that gives you the median. Clear? Fine. Now here the observation will be one of those variates only. Are you getting my point, students? Here, for if n is number of observation is odd, you will get one of these observation only, right? But when we are finding out this, it can be in between, right? Say I am saying 4 plus 5 are the values. Say 3 plus 4 are the values. These are the variates, those particular, right? So that can come as a new value or one of the variates which are not there in this. So absolutely fine. Okay, we will understand it much more clearly once we'll take the sums and the values in the questions. Okay, formula part this one is clear. This we have already done and I have recapitulated. Next, see the next, students. Yeah, here it comes the quartile. This is something new which you need to understand, but again the formula is there for it. Learn the formula. The moment the formula is learned, no problem. But understand first what is a quartile. Okay, quartile. See, quadrant you understand. If there is a plain sheet, the way you can see it on the screen, and I divide it by vertical and horizontal line, it gets divided into 4 parts, right? Each one is called a quadrant, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, like that, right? So quartile is somewhat related to it. How? Let's understand. Quartiles are the values of statistical data which divide the whole set of observation or the variates, all the variates that are given. 7 variates are given, or we are given 6 values, whatever are the set of observations or variates given, it divides it into 4 equal parts. How many parts, students? 4 equal parts. Clear? What does the word it means? It simply means whatever is the data given, whatever are the number of observations or variates, it divides it into 4 equal parts. Fine. For example, 8 observations are there, 8 variates are there, 4 equal parts, 2, 2, 2, 2 group, like that. Fine. Now lower or first quartile, what's that? Understand. First quartile is if the variates are arranged in ascending order. That is must everywhere. Since beginning I am telling you, here also it was important, either ascending or descending. Now when am I talking about this? If we arrange the data or the variates or the observations in ascending, increasing order, then the observation lying midway between the lower extreme and the median is called lower or first quartile. Clear, student? So Q1 is the symbol with which I denote it. Again, there can be two cases. The number of observation can be odd, the number of observations can be even. For even, I have told you just now the example, 8 variates are there, 8 observation. So 8 upon 4, 2. So the obviously 4 equal parts mean 2 observations. So that is what it is. Fine, that observation. When I say the number of observation is odd, n plus 1 by 4. 7 observations are there. How will you divide it by 4? It's not possible. So 7 plus 1 upon 4, that's the formula. Clear? But by 4 is very clear because a quartile does what? It divides it into 4 equal parts. So first quartile is this. Q1 is the symbol, students. See here it is very clearly given in your book also. Fine. Lower quartile is Q1. Clear? Next comes the upper or the third quartile. Okay, lower quartile, recapitulate once. What's the formula? Is that clear? Yes, sure. Okay, next comes the upper quartile. If the variates are arranged in ascending order, in increasing order, if I arrange the variates, again that is important as I said, then the observation lying midway between the median and the upper extreme is called the upper or the third quartile. It is noted by Q3. Now, what's the symbol for it? Q3. For upper quartile, what is the symbol? See, students, be very clear. In the exam, at times Q1, Q2, Q3, like that also the symbols the examiner uses, or they write the words also as given in your book. So, don't get confused. You need to know both. Lower quartile means Q1, upper quartile means Q3. Fine. Thus, if there are n observations, these are the variates arranged in ascending order, then upper quartile Q3, this is the formula. Upper quartile Q3, I am saying. So, 1 by 4, if added 1, 2, 3 times, so it becomes 3 by 4. So, the same formula, just 3 by 4 will be there. N plus 1 was there for odd, so n plus 1 remains same, and 3 by 4 is there. Here it was 1/4 part, so that is what it is. Clear? Here it was n by 4 already, so we have to just write 3 in the numerator. So that 3 by 4 part we get. Clear? Easy to learn. The formulas are also not difficult. So please have no confusions. We have not understood, because just formulas is what you need to learn once. Nothing difficult at all in that. Quartile is clear. Dividing the variates into 4 equal parts. Lower quartile means dividing the value by 4. Okay, number of observation by 4, and that particular observation will be that. For even and for odd, this is the formula. Same goes for upper quartile, means Q3, and for that just this 3 comes. You can learn it this way also. Q3 means 3 will come. The same formula for lower quartile, just 3 will be coming. That is how you can learn easily. Clear, student? Meaning is clear? Let's move to the next slide. The middle quartile Q2 is median. Now I told you very clearly what's Q1. I told you what's Q3. So what is Q2? The middle quartile Q2 is the median. Middle quartile is the word we use. Q2 is the symbol we use, and that is nothing else but the median itself, which we have discussed in the very first one. Clear? This median is also termed as middle quartile or Q2. Fine. So no confusion over this. So this formula already you know. Last is the interquartile. If the examiner asks you interquartile, don't get confused. Just subtract the 2. Interquartile range means, yes, the difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. Difference of the 2. You know the 2 values. Just subtract the 2, and that is how we get semi. Semi is always half. You all know. Circle is a complete circle, round, and semicircle means half. So this is interquartile range, Q3 minus Q1. Semi-interquartile means this upon 2. Clear? Semi means half of this. Fine. Formulas again I am repeating 1, 2 and 3. Need to be learned. Other than that, the exercise is not at all difficult. You will be able to do. I will be taking very few sums today. So let's start with the exercise part. See the first question. Pay attention, students. A student scored the marks in 11 questions of a question paper. These are the marks. Now see the data very carefully. Is it that it is arranged in a particular order? No. So what are we supposed to do? The very first step of after seeing the question is to arrange it, because whether the number of observation is odd or it is even, we need to arrange it in the particular order. So here we will say arrange it in ascending order, increasing. So from that, 1 is the smallest value I have started. Next comes 2 and it is getting repeated twice. See, so written like that, and this is the done part. Now at times there is a mistake that one of the values observation, while copying down from the question you make a mistake. Students, I suggest you here to count after writing all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or from the question itself just keep crossing this. Yes, this is done. So 11 questions were there. 11 are these observations. That means perfectly alright. So n is equal to 11. What is it? Yes, it is odd. So odd, what's the formula? N plus 1 by 2th observation. Okay. Students, at times you people do this. That n plus 1 by 2. So 11 plus 1 by 2, that is 12 by 2, that is 6. 6 is the answer, ma'am. Median is 6. No, the formula see here was that particular observation. So once you got that observation, which value am I talking about? See from those variates which is that particular value, and then that will be the answer. So here, what are we getting? We are getting the 6th term. 6th term from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is it? It is 5. And the answer with median will be then 5. Clear? Easiest one, not at all any difficulty. Fine. Let's move to the next question, number 2. For the following set of numbers, find the median. So the again same form, the data is again in the same form, no particular order. What will you do first? You will arrange the data in a particular order. Say ascending order again I take it as. Okay, arranged the data. Once we have done that, count the number of observation. If given in the question, good. If not, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So n comes out 12. Now the number of observation is even. Because number of observation is even, the formula is, here it is plus. Okay, so then the median is mean of n by 2 plus n by 2 plus 1 term. 12 by 2, 6th observation. 6 plus 1, 7th observation. So what is the median? Median is 6th observation plus 7th observation upon 2. See the 6th observation. 3, 4, 9, 10, 12, 15. So 6th observation is 15. Next to it 17. So 15 plus 17 upon 2. What do you get? 32 upon 2. The answer comes 16. Now can you see the 16 value in the data? No, we cannot see it. So if that is not there, as I told you, in even this will happen. Okay, so, but that is the median, that is the middle value. Clear, student? So this is how you have to do question number 2. Clear? I repeat, when number of observation is even, then the formula is median equals to mean of. Here I have written mean word, so that's why upon 2 is not written. Mean is what? Add the 2 observation upon 2. So n by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1th observation upon 2. Clear? So what do you get? What do you get? 12 upon 2, 6th observation plus next observation, that is 6 upon 6, 12 upon 2 plus 1, that is 6 plus 1, 7th observation. Mean of the two, 6th observation, 7th observations are 15 and 17. 15 plus 17 upon 2, that is 32 upon 2, it equals to 16. So that is what the median is. Clear, students? Formula is clear. Let's move to the next question, number 4. Third is homework. Fourth question, see what it says. The median of observation 11, 12, 14, x minus 2, x plus 4, x plus 9, 32, this all arranged in ascending order. See, the question clearly says, because there were variables used. Now how will I get to know whether the data is there in ascending or descending? So that's why they have written it that this data is arranged in ascending order. Already done, because the values are missing. When missing values are there, variables are used in the variates, we cannot say whether the value is what. Okay, so the median of these observation is 24. It is already given. Now median is 24. The first step is already done, that the data is already arranged in ascending order. Let's count the number of observations, students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is the number of observation? Check. It is 9. 9 is what? Odd. For odd, the formula median is 9 plus 1 upon 2th term. That is 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 upon 2, 5th term. Which is the 5th term? Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and this is 5. Which is the 5th term? X plus 4. And x plus 4 is the median as per us. And it is given in the question that the median is already 24. Clear? As per the observations, because it was odd number of observation, it comes out x plus 4. But also given in the question that the median is 24. So equate the two. Excuse me. X plus 4 comes out 24. Shift this 4 on the other side. It becomes x equals to 20. So what is this x? 20. Now can we find out all the observations missing? Yes. X is 20. So 20 minus 2, 18. 20 plus 4, 24. Keep checking the answers from here. 20 minus 2, 18. 20 plus 4, 24. 20 plus 9, 29. So all the variates now you know. All the observations now you know. Now the question is find the value of x, which is done here. And hence find the mean. Students, I repeated in the beginning of the class today. What is the formula for mean? We discussed in the first exercise. Sum of all observation upon number of observation. Number of observation 9. Sum of all, add these all. So divide the 2, we get 225.9. 9 2s are 18. 75. 9 2s are 18. 45. 9 5s are 45. So 25 is the. Clear, students? Now we're going to take the homework as question number 1 to 5 exercise 21.2. I repeat, I'm not taking much of the content. I'll take one more class and then we'll wind up this exercise. But what I want is up till here all must be understood by all the students. Clear? Question number 1 to 5, the homework I repeat is question number 1 to 5 exercise 21.2 with understanding of the formulas, so that in the next exercise we don't find any problem. And also I would request you to just go through the examples, because what happens is that you don't see the basic concepts, you try to start straight away with the solutions of the homework questions given. Don't try out that. Firstly understand the concept. I have not given you much today. Okay, 4 questions, 5 questions are there total, out of which 3 are already done. So 2 you need to work out. Take the solved examples, understand better, and then tomorrow we'll continue in the next class. Thank you students. You can complete up till question number 5 exercise 21.2 as homework.